right. Good afternoon, Cynthia. How are you today? Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Oh,
can hear you.
okay, great. How are you today?
Doing great. How about you?
Very good. Thanks for asking. Okay, we are going to record a little bit of our conversation here, if that's okay with you.
That's fine.
Okay, perfect. So, off camera, we were talking a little bit about your experience. So I want to go ahead and start by saying you had some pretty amazing tenure with Costa Sunglasses. You were there almost 18 years.
That's correct.
Okay, walk me through it. When you were hired on, what were you doing?
When I was hired on, I was what they called a sales coordinator. I would take incoming calls for customer service and then make outgoing calls for the sales reps that were assigned to me. I would set appointments for those reps for new business at retailers. And that was the basics of that job. So there was data entry involved in it. There was cold calling involved in it, in that sense, sales, and then also customer service, taking orders from customers. And so that was the basics of that
Okay,
particular job at Costa.
great. And then were you promoted to the customer service manager?
Yes.
All
So
right.
then I was promoted to customer service manager, so I was the manager over the sales coordinators at that point, and I had 7 employees that reported to me. And in addition to that, I worked alongside some of the management during that time and started doing some reporting along with working with some big box retailers like Bass Pro, West Marine, Cabela's. And so I was doing a dual job as far as managing a team and then also doing work for management. And at one point it became too much. It was ended up being like putting in 60-hour work weeks
Oh,
because of the
wow.
workload, and they divided it out, and I took on the sales admin uh, role at that point where I was working directly with the managers and doing reporting and being an administrative assistant to them. And they hired somebody else to do the customer service manager
Okay.
job.
Makes sense. That does sound like a lot of work for one person. Um,
Yes, it was.
so when you were there, we talked a little bit off camera about like some of your reporting needs. Was that in the admin manager role or customer service?
It was in both
Okay.
customer service manager and the admin role. I did reporting in both, different reporting software that I had to learn. They went from Crystal Reports to another type of software, and I had to learn the new software and how to pull up reports and that. Some of the software that we used, you were able to, it formulated everything for you. Other software that we used for reporting, you had to do all the formulas and format everything in Excel so that it was in the format and presented the way that the management wanted it presented.
Okay, makes sense. And we talked a little bit about your Excel skills, and you said that you can do pivot tables, VLOOKUP. So those are considered advanced level Excel skills.
Yes.
Okay, great. And then unfortunately, it's a local here. Most locals know that then Costa did close their doors here locally in Daytona. So tell me what was next.
After that, I went to work at SolarFit. I did customer service, made outgoing calls for customer service follow up as far as after installation of solar panels, and took incoming customer service calls, and then went on to do permitting there.
Okay.
Um, and when I left that job, I went to UBIC Academy and did 3 years of teaching. which it was a private school, so you didn't have to have a teaching degree for that,
Oh,
just a
okay.
bachelor's
You
degree.
have your bachelor. I was just going to ask you that.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, the school you just shared has closed. So here we
Yes.
are. You're available and looking for something here in the Volusia County area. All right. Then let me go ahead and pause this part of the interview, Cynthia, but don't go anywhere. We got a few more things to talk about.